Hi. So this is Hector. Yeah, he loves kissing. He has like lots of fluff here. And this is Noah. He's 5 months old. He was born May 12th. And this is Hector. He's 6 years old. He was born August 29th. He's a sun conure and he's a Quaker. So different websites will say different things, but I try to say like the highest, like the base amount of like as far as how long they can live. I like to say 35 years because that is the longest that I've seen. Like when researching how long they can live, I don't want to think about it. It's sad. But anyways, yeah, they can live to be up to 35 years, both of them. Quakers, I've seen them live in the wild in Austin, Texas. I can't live in certain states in the United States because they're considered invasive species. Yeah, right, buddy? Are you invasive? You're super invasive. He's very invasive. And this little guy, I don't know much about sun conures, about, where they live in the wild. I would imagine it's somewhere in South America. But I do know that sun conures are very popular on pictures, like especially when you go to the pet stores for bird products. Ooh, be nice. Hector's still adjusting to Noah. So they fight a little bit. Yeah, so sun conures, you see them a lot on, oh man, somebody's jealous. You see sun conures a lot on pictures on bird food and stuff like that, and bird toys because of their coloring. It's very, very popular. I'm sure you're very handsome too, Hector. We all know. He's so fluffy. Can you fluff up for us? Fluff, 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 fluff. Can you say, I like to cuddle? Oh, he's cuddling. I like to cuddle. Can you give tickles? Tickle, 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 tickle. Oh. He can actually talk, and normally when he talks, though, he'll talk when I'm not around. Like when he thinks I'm not around, he'll talk to himself, and he'll repeat all the things that, he's heard me say, which is really entertaining. What else can I say? So birds, I feel like birds are a lot more work than what people think. So, okay, let me see. What can I talk about here? So, you know how dogs and cats shed? Birds shed too, but they shed like keratin. When their feathers are growing out, they have like a keratin straw that their feather is in. Keratin's what your fingernails are made out of. It's also the same thing that for example, the horns on elephants or rhinoceroses, it's keratin is what it's all made out of. And so basically it's like a keratin straw that their feathers grow in. So they look like little porcupines when they're not getting when they don't have someone to groom them, right, buddy? Looking like a little porcupine. And so basically birds, when they groom each other, they're kind of trying to take their beaks and gently scratch off that little keratin straw so the feather comes out. So when that happens, the little bird nest is what a lot of bird people say is called. So basically it's it ends up everywhere, like white little things. It kind of looks like dandruff, everywhere. And so it's just constant vacuuming. It adds to, it creates more dust in the home. And that's what, if people are allergic to birds, I think that's normally, I'm not an expert, but I think that's normally where that is coming from, the bird dust. Let's see. So birds need a lot of toys to entertain them. In fact, I need to get a ton more because of how much specifically Noah, wants to chew on everything, including my plants. He will, he'll get to know something, like a plant of mine, and he'll take him, a week or two, and then he'll be like, whoa, it's not going to hurt me because it's an inanimate object. I want to chew it now. So he'll do that, and it's not good. So I have to make sure that any plants that they have access to are non-toxic. Some of them are toxic, but I have them farther away or in places where they're not going to be able to reach them. And I try to avoid that. Fortunately, ferns are something that apparently, generally speaking, are non-toxic to birds, which is good. So I like ferns. What else can I say? So yeah, they need a lot of attention. They need a lot of toys. Right, buddy? You need a lot of attention? So he tends to need more attention and love and companionship than Noah does. Noah's a little baby though. But oh my gosh, right? Yeah. Yes. Yeah, he can do that too. Yes, meow. But so he doesn't tend to be, though he does like to chew on things, he tends to be more interested in companionship than chewing and playing with toys as much as Noah is. Oliver was the same way as Noah, and the fact that he wants to also be chewing on things. Oliver is a son conure that I had for as long as I had Hector. Unfortunately, he passed away in May, and that was very hard for me. But I knew that Hector needed a friend. Once you start being nice to him, you can realize he's your friend, and he can groom you, so I don't have to. So yeah, so I'm gonna actually have to be buying some more toys because Noah's been chewing up my plants. I've just been finding ways to, where can I put these new toys and stuff like that. So lots of toys, lots of attention. They live to be, they could be lived to be up to 35 years old, at least mine. The bigger ones, like the macaws, they could live to be up to like 100 years old. African greys, I think, don't quote me on this one, I think they can live to 80 years, maybe to 100. But yeah, they can live to be for a long time. And a huge misconception about birds is that you could just leave them in their home, like in their cage, and you can just give them seeds and they'll be fine. But no, they need fresh food, fresh vegetables, fresh fruit. I also it's really good for them. It's whole grain. So one of the things that they love so much is whole wheat noodles. Like I cook some whole wheat noodles and they love it so much, and it's good for them because it's whole grain. Or like whole grain bread, it's very good for them. They love dipping it in their water and chewing it up. So yeah, another important thing for them is that to have, oh, don't judge me on this. I swear I can clean their home and the next day it'll be messy, but this is their homes. I've been switching them off so that way they don't get bored, like switching them, like putting one here and one in the other and then switching them. But anyways, this is what their home looks like. I'm gonna add some more toys in the bottom here, but it's difficult because I don't want the toys to get pooped on. Anyways, they have their these fresh pellets, so no seeds. Seeds tend to be high in fat and provide very little nutrition for them. So they have their water dish. Actually, I need to clean that this morning. And then I also have this cool little glass water container here where they can get fresh water out of there. And on top of that, I have their little bath, so they can have a little bath there when they want to. Baths are super important for them to help cool them down, make them feel refreshed, and help groom themselves. I also I have these cute little containers. I got a bunch of these, so I can just put their fresh food in and they can eat that as they will. I have a little treat bowl here. I had to put a magnet in here in order for them to not knock it down. And when I say them, I mean Hector. But yeah, they have all these cool creative toys. Another cool thing I have here is this. It's very warm and it's all plugged in. It's to help keep the bird warm. Another thing I have is mirrors in here. I have a cool bell. This is a nice little Noah loves sleeping here at night because it's cozy. Another cool thing I have here is I made this out of hair bands that broke, and they love to chew on that and play with that. Some things with bells, balls, cool little miniature solo cups. What else do I have? I got a miniature little shoe thing, a little toy, little ball with a bell. And I'm hanging these. I'm gonna actually hang. Oh, sorry, Noah. I'm gonna hang a couple more toys here and a couple more toys here. I found also this cool little ball here.